Jury weakness. I mean, honestly, I don't really know. Like
Her weakness is that she's boring to play. Ken, I can't tell you. Ken, I don't know. The Ken's player's weakness is like the Twitter fingers or something. I don't know.
what is going on, guys? Fighting Game Select. We are here again to talk about some Street Fighter 6, and I have iDom in the building with me. What's good, bro?
What's up? How you doing? What's up, everyone?
Doing good, man. Doing good, man. Welcome back. We're kind of in the mid to late game of the season, and we got to talk about characters that need the nerfs and what characters that kind of need it and needs to stay the same. But you know what? We're gonna leave it for you, bro. Because this is your show now. We got a list of characters right here, man. Who need to get nerfed now? Like I'm talking about, like the alarm clock is going, it's ringing, everybody's running crazy, and they're looking for that person who needs to be a nerf as soon as possible.
All right. So I always say this. While I also don't think this character is like the best in the game by any means, but I do think this is the easiest character to nerf in the game right now. I would probably say M. Bison is number one.
He's psycho. Psycho power.
He's a character of all time. He's actually very reminiscent of probably how Slayer is in Strive right now, but he is just like he hits too hard, and I feel like it's an easy change. I feel like just like obviously lower the damage, but I definitely think Bison needs a nerf.
Yeah, his damage is like just unscaled, and it just does a lot. Like straight hits, you got hit by this, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of scenarios that are like that. Versus like a couple of characters, they do a lot of damage off like a specific hit.
Now, another character that who I actually think is the strongest in the game, but I wouldn't know how to nerf him, would probably be Rashid as well. I think with Rashid, it's mainly the level 2, but that's kind of the only thing I feel like I would want to nerf with Rashid. I feel like there's nothing else really alarming with Rashid that is like really strong. I feel like.
So would you put him on kind of need nerfs? Or ASAP?
Nah, kind of ASAP. He
Oh.
It's like it's not. He doesn't need a lot of nerfs. The nerf needs to happen.
What about characters that kind of need some nerfs?
Kind of need nerfs. I would only put I would put Akuma. I think Akuma need some kind of similar to Bison. He definitely just needs like his damage toned down. I feel like, and maybe a nerf to the fireball. But it to me is not that drastic. Also, kind of Zangief as well. I think Zangief kind of needs a nerf right now.
This character's a menace.
It's funny because like I don't like that all the characters' health values are the same, but Geef actually having the 1100 is kind of really good. I feel like I think they should change everyone else's health value or kind of maybe put Geef in line, but I feel like putting Geef in line would probably be easier than changing everyone else's health value. I would put Guile in there as well. Kind of needs nerf.
Yeah, Guile. Guile's one of those characters that has been consistently good.
Yeah, Guile's just hard to nerf in this game. I feel like this is like the hardest game to nerf Guile in. So like,
because like he just plays a very simple game of Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, Ed also kind of needs nerfs, but it's kind of the same problem. If you ask me how to nerf Ed, I wouldn't know what to tell you, but he definitely needs to be toned down just a bit. I feel like.
What would you tone down specifically?
Maybe nerf Snatcher, I guess. Like the Snatcher move is kind of like easy, safe pokes. I feel like you kind of have to just send a DI or something. But like I think that might hurt the character too much. But personally, I don't really know.
Crazy as it sounds, I feel like he's like super balanced.
A lot of
maybe the level 2 damage is just probably needs to get toned down.
A lot of the players in Japan think like Ed's the strongest right now, but like I personally don't agree either. I don't think Ed's the strongest in the game, but like you do see him kind of frequent in tournament. But also, while I do say that, I kind of put that here as like the Japan tax, because like they all think he's super strong, which I'm kind of just like. He's good, but I don't think he's like the best or anything.
So do you think he should stay the same or kind of needs nerf?
Actually, yeah.
Even though
I guess he would kind of stay the same for me.
Yeah, because I just think like system changes might help, might tone him down a bit. But like everything about him is like very like, like mid range. Good punishes from like majority of things. Like he can really punish -5 stuff really well. You know, his jab is not like the strongest, but it's really good.
And I think the last character in kind of needs nerfs. It's funny because I feel like she's kind of in the same spot as Ed, but I would say Cammy, I guess.
Cammy's interesting because, like,
Yeah, I don't think she's. It's the same with kind of Ed. Like, I don't think she's like insane or anything, but like, she's obviously good. If you look at tournaments, like you see, you know, Punk, Akira. There's so many good Cammy players, but like, I don't think she's as strong as people make her out to be. But the tournaments don't say that. Is what I'm kind of saying.
yeah, I just feel like Cammy's one of those characters that when they nerfed all of the top tiers and kind of left her okay, she ended up being a top tier because of that.
Yeah, like she was
Because she was
next.
like
in
her
line.
solidness. Yeah, she was next in line. Like that's the kind of strength that is. But now that all the characters kind of like feel it, it's like, oh, okay, we need to nerf this too. How you feeling about JP now?
I think he's pretty all right. I think he's just worse Ed kind of right now. So I do
Damn.
think he's in the kind of like the stay the same range. I think that a lot of the cast is kind of in the stay the same range. Like
So DJ, even with the new changes,
DJ is kind of the same. Jury would be the same.
Jury would be the same.
Uh,
How about Chun-Li?
yeah, Chun Li's also in kind of stay the same.
What about Ken? 'Cause this is an interesting one.
Maybe Ken could use. Oh my god, yeah, Ken. He's kind of like teetering between needs a nerf and stay the same.
Yeah, I know. The way the internet talked about him, it's like he should be here.
yeah.
Bro. Yeah.
I'll put him in stay the same for now.
Wow. I know Ken player's gonna hit you up,
Yeah.
DM you privately,
Yeah.
being like, "Yo, man, thank you so much, bro."
Aki.
What about
Aki?
Aki?
Stays the same. Like
Damn, really?
She kind of fell off. Like everyone was talking about Aki being like top 5 in the beginning of the season, and his character broke it. In North America, we have like a lot of strong Akis, but like even at the same time, like I do think this character has like flaws and weaknesses. I feel like that's very important to have in like fighting games. You know, like the top tiers or like the strong characters should have weaknesses. Like Bison and Rashid, I think is very hard to kind of call out their weakness. Like I feel like Bison's only weakness is probably not having a reversal, and I couldn't tell you a Rashid weakness even if I tried. I know Big Bird tried to tell you like his normals are stubby, but I don't think they're that bad. But yeah, but like with all the characters and kind of stay the same, I feel like they're all good, but they do have like a weakness, I guess. Maybe not Ken so much, but like all the other ones definitely do.
I mean, Jury weakness. I mean, honestly, I don't really know. Like off her lights, she don't have like good conversions off lights.
Her weakness is that she's boring to play. That Ken, I can't tell you. Ken, I don't know. The Ken's player's weakness is like the Twitter fingers or something. I don't know.
What about Ryu?
I would say also kind of stay the same. I mean, he just won UFA. I don't think he's bad. I just think they're like everyone kind of has the same thing where it's like, you know, Akuma and Ken are so strong, so why play Ryu? Which is kind of my same thing too. Like he's definitely a good character. It's just his better options. Same with kind of Luke. Like I don't think Luke is terrible right now, but like it's kind of the same Ken Akuma problem.
Dude, honestly, I'm curious about your take on this. Kimberly. This is a character that I feel like no one really talks about, but when you talk, like people say this character's not bad, but then when you see this character play in action, it's like constantly like oppressive. How you feel about this character?
I think Kimberly's. I think she does need some help. I think her game plan is very volatile. I feel like you just play. The way I see Kimberly is like you kind of play kind of like random or hectic because like the neutral is really bad for her. But then like she can definitely just steamroll you and win, which is kind of like, you know, just kind of like SF6 is like the way the game is played. But like I do think she kind of lacks an identity because like I feel like Cammy kind of has her same game plan but kind of better.
Less random.
Yeah, a more stable version of the game plan.
Yeah. So would you say she needs a little help?
I think she needs a rework. I think a lot of the needs help characters straight up need reworks.
So would you say Dawson need a rework?
Nah, Dawson just sucked. I can't fix Dawson. Dawson kind of got to stay the same because like that's like legacy, but like Dawson just he can't play Street Fighter 6, man. It really is just that.
That's rough, man. What about Jamie?
Jamie
You need
needs a
help?
rework. Jamie actually needs a rework.
Damn. What about Manon?
She, I don't think she's that bad. I'm been kind of coming around to it. I don't think she's terrible. I think like if the system mechanics got changed, she would actually be, I think she would be able to make a push for top 10 if the system mechanics actually got changed.
Wow. So would you say stay the same?
Yeah, I would say more or less stay the same.
Crazy. This character is very interesting.
She is very interesting.
It's a very extreme response when anybody talks about her. Like they say she's really bad and they name all these bad things, and then there are people that say she's really good and they name these good things. There's never like she maybe it's just like this is what I feel.
I feel like the people who like think Manon's really bad are expecting like a Laura or a Mika kind of character, which like they obviously don't want in this game. So like trying to look at Manon from just like a new character's perspective, she has a neutral, she has like the buttons. It's just like you can't really abuse the system, and like I think the other thing everyone sees is like not having a reversal in this game kind of suck. So but that's like I feel like every character that's not good in this game just doesn't have a reversal. Like you can't give every character a DP.
What about Lily?
She needs a rework. It's funny because I don't even think she's bad. I just think she needs a rework.
Yeah, she's just one dimension.
Yeah, she's so boring and uninteresting. Like it's just with punish, crouch, heavy punch, anti-air, crouch, heavy punch,
spin.
Yeah. It's all the same thing. It's like, oh, come on, man. She actually does need a rework.
What about Blanca?
Blanca didn't stay the same. I'm surprised so many people aren't playing Blanca this season. Like he got nerfed from the first season, obviously, but I still don't think he's that bad. Like he still kind of can do his game plan. You just need like instead of 2 hits this time, you need 3. So like it still works.
Luke.
Luke suffers from the same problem Ryu got, where like Ken and Akuma kind of just better. So I think he's in stay the same. I don't know what to really buff or change with Luke and Ryu.
It's funny. I talked to Noah Prodigy. He said the character is like low tier and he needs help. He needs buffs.
Really?
Yeah, he said his character sucks.
Oh man, I don't think he sucks. I think it's like it is just like I might as well pick Ken or Akuma, but I don't think it's a low tier problem though.
Yeah, that's what he said, man. I'm just going based off what he said.
Everyone switched to Ken or Akuma.
Dude, this is a good one. Terry.
Terry is a very interesting character. I think, like, I've seen the Mago tier list where he says Terry's the worst in the game, even though he's been playing Terry a bit. I think he is the same problem with Ryu and Luke. It's the same thing.
I feel like it's worse. Before it's like the logic, you gotta hit him instead of 2 times, hit him 3 times. I feel like Terry has to hit you like 5 times.
5 times.
And then his post strike throw mix up is so bad.
Yeah.
So it's like everything he does, the cast does it better.
Yeah.
that's what it feels like.
Actually, yeah, you are kind of right with like now that you actually do mention it, Terry might be the worst version of Luke and Ryu. How I always say.
Yeah, exactly. So if they don't stay the same, he definitely needs some help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's rough, dude. Like, yeah, man. I don't know what it was, bro. The people were talking about how broken this was and how this was good, and when you compare it to other characters, it was only mid.
I think Terry's best thing right now is probably Burn Knuckle. Like that's his best like thing that he could utilize that other characters can't really like do. I feel like it's better Honda Headbutt, but like also Honda's not great right now either. So
how you feel about Marissa?
She's in a weird spot. Like she definitely needs help because like she's not. I think she's like the worst pick character in tournaments right now. Like no one's using Marissa. But I think every Marissa player kind of just like switched to like Bison or Rashid or somebody really good. So it's weird because like I think she's good at like a diamond, the master level. But I think it's kind of a problem where like you play somebody who knows how to play the game, and then you actually see like why Marissa is always placed so low on tier list.
Yeah, apparently like not having Oki all the time off her like command grab and level 3 really hurt her a lot. But it was weird because she does like the highest damage in the game. She gets you. She does more damage than like Bison and Rashid put together. Or not Rashid, but Akuma put together.
Yeah, the damage is really high, but I think the way to set up the damage is much easier on the Bison's side of things. So like yeah. People show like Marissa could do like 8k damage or something, but like they didn't show the setup of her getting the 8k damage. Meanwhile, Bison just does like drive rush overhead into like 7.5k, and then it's like, oh well, yeah, that's much easier.
Yeah. What about Honda?
Honda's
need rework too.
Honda's needed a rework since Street Fighter 2. So like, I don't know what to do with Honda. Honda's just gonna be like this forever. I think Honda's just supposed to be the fun little I can mash with my friends kind of character. Like I don't. The last time I think Honda's seen competitive high level play in tournament, like really.
That's a 4.
Yeah, with Street Fighter 4. Which is insane to say. My man's about to miss 2 games of being like good in a game.
Yeah, I would say that like Street Fighter 4, he was using more normals, more keep out, chip damage. Now that chip damage is not really in the game, his gameplay is just like, all right, I just need to start spamming these moves.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's funny because like Honda players went from like spamming headbutt, spamming butt slam. They got changed a little bit, or like butt slam got changed a little bit. Now they stand medium punch. This is the list, guys. A lot of characters need to stay the same. A handful of characters needs a lot of help, and some characters need ASAP nerfs, ASAP, like Bison and Rashid. So this is our list, guys. Let me know in the comment section below how do you guys feel about this list, and what would you guys want to change? You guys want to ask some characters that needs more help that you think need some characters? Do you believe some characters should get kind of nerfed or stay the same? You guys let me know in the comment section below. And please, as always, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. And until then, we'll see you guys on the next episode of Fighting Game Select.